And after a lot of trial and error and almost lowering the gas tank, I realized I put the wrong bolts on the driver's side. All right, welcome back to Mammoth 4runner. Today, armor. Jumping back into the 6th gen, and I figured to go ahead and get the armor on. I've got sliders, I have engine skid, transmission skid, transfer case, gas tank, you name it, we have it for the truck. You will need a jack stand if you're doing this by yourself, like me, because I'm always doing all this by myself. Bring you guys close so I can see, so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, these sliders have like a couple different brackets to them and a bunch of other shit. All right, well, first off, because I forgot to do on this side, you're gonna want to take off all these plastic pieces here. And I did have to remove the gas tank skid in order to get this on, but I guess you can put it back on afterwards. All right. And there's gonna be plastic ones on the inside here too that we're gonna have to take off, but I'll get those off here in a minute. Take those bolts. I grabbed 3 different ones just to make sure I got the right one. There we go. All right. So there you go. I got the first 2 in, and I got 1 right here in the middle, and that's just to balance it. The rest I'm gonna use the jack and show you how to get the back side. So we have this back bracket we're gonna put in first. And you got the 2 holes right here. There's gonna be some long bolts that come through on the other side. But first I gotta take off these plastic pieces from the other side of the frame. Probably all stuff I should have done before starting the video, but I'm not patient. All right, so we have all these big bolts, these hangers. Again, it all just looks intimidating, but just to prep these, because we will be needing these for the back here, you slide these on, see? And then the bolts are gonna go in there. This is the like gnarliest slide, like on the 5th gen, on the Tacoma, like the slides were pretty easy. But it looks like the factory made these a little more difficult, so they had to put a little bit more thought into them. All right, so make sure you get the brackets the right way. What I did is I just lined them up on each side and made sure like the holes, these 2 holes are gonna line up on whatever side. So kind of figure that out. But it looks like on here, it says DL1. 24LC Toyota 4runner DL1. All right, what I did, carriage bolts, and we're gonna be using a lot of these long bolts that will be coming through the other side. We're gonna be needing these. Make sure you get the right ones. Right one. First, I'm just gonna get it and kind of balance it up here. Just kind of take some finessing. There we go. All right, so with that, with the slider up a bit more, go ahead and push this more into place. And now I'm going to balance it with these bolts that go here. I'm just going to use them. I'm just going to put them through for now, just to keep that balanced like that. Cool. So we got those in. The holes aren't lining up yet, so I'm going to push it up. We won't start getting those other bolts through. I'm going to use these. I'm going to fish them through. You'll have one coming through here. So I got the first one and I was able to fish it through, and I grabbed the top here. And don't get me wrong, this is not easy. This just took me like 30 minutes to fish that through. So you got to make sure you get your bend right in that thing, where it just becomes a pain in the ass. And after a lot of trial and error and almost lowering the gas tank, I realized I put the wrong bolts on the driver's side. So these smaller flange bolts, whatever they're called, whatever these smaller ones are for the passenger side. These fatter ones are for the driver's side. Because the gas tank is in the way, so you can't get a bolt through here. So you have to put the smaller one through the hole to get it to the other side. And then you grab these puzzle pieces here, and they hook onto the back side. That'll hold it into place. All right. So for this one, we grab our big washer here. I'll put it over. Put a little washer. Make sure that piece doesn't move. We're gonna get that little half moon here, since we have those little metal pieces sticking out. Confusing and longest part of the whole process. But once you have it figured out, it's really not that bad. And if I knew that the smaller ones were on this side, which I probably just overlooked, I did overlook it in the directions, because I actually messaged RCI and was like, hey, this isn't working, am I gonna have to drop the gas tank? They're like, no. So luckily they were able to walk me through it before I went too crazy. I'm not tightening anything down until I get everything loosely put in. I hate taking things back apart. It's like I have to take those bolts back. So I try not to tighten anything down until I'm pretty sure I'm set to go. Smaller threaded bolts. All right, 3. I like this. If the whole damn thing could just bolt up like this, I'd be stoked. Because This is how I like it. Bam, bam. Beautiful. So see, as soon as the backside was done, at least on the driver's side or the passenger side, everything just buttons up pretty good. No need to worry. You know, if I had a critique here, it's just I don't like these kind of bolts sticking down from under here because you go over a lot of rocks and you can knock off these heads. So I'm not really a fan of these. If there was a way to make them flush, which I know there is, it would be a cool addition to add RCI. But nonetheless, these are awesome sliders. They look sick and they're 100% bolt-on. And they are pretty, they seem like they're gonna be very, very strong. All right, so who's ready for the easy part? I am. I'm ready. Honestly, this wasn't that bad. As soon as you get it, you understand it. The hardest part is fishing these damn things through. This is the hardest part. That's why I skipped one. Like, you know what? I'm over it. I don't care. One is enough for me, and if it's not, then so be it. I will pay the price later on. But right now I feel good. I feel good to be off the ground. All right, so now they supply you all these little, like, whatever size those are. And we're gonna put on the step. So this is gonna go right on top here, line it up. And then take the nut, the bolt. So we got the bolt, I got the nut, and the little black washers here. And we're all done. Look at that. So pretty simple. They look badass. I really like these sliders. I've had a lot of rock sliders, and these are definitely in my top. This is like my top 3. Like, these are really nice. And I like how it doesn't come too far back, so it's not hitting the wheel. I had that problem before on some sliders. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Rock sliders are officially added. Yesterday, what I did is I'm sticking with RCI on all their armor. I got the front engine skid on, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put on the transmission, transfer case, and the gas tank skid.